Suicide is a profound human tragedy, a heartbreaking loss that ripples through families and communities. It is often misunderstood, shrouded in stigma and hidden in silence, making open conversations difficult yet crucial. It's rarely a simple choice driven by a single event. Rather, it's the desperate endpoint, the culmination of a long, arduous struggle with overwhelming psychological pain that seems unbearable. This pain can feel suffocating, like a weight crushing the spirit, leaving the mind unable to see any alternatives, any glimmer of hope for a brighter future. People become trapped in a tunnel of suffering, a dark and isolating place where death seems like the only escape, the sole perceived solution to an insurmountable problem. To call suicide a mere choice, a simple decision, ignores the crippling mental anguish, the profound despair, and the complex circumstances behind it. The decision is almost never due to a single cause or isolated incident, but a complex web of interconnected factors, a confluence of vulnerabilities and stressors. These factors build up gradually over time, accumulating like layers upon layers. Each trauma, each painful experience, setback or moment of despair, each instance of profound sadness, erodes resilience, weakens the spirit, and makes hope increasingly harder to find and hold on to. The mind, like any organ in the body, can be injured, become fatigued, and fall ill. Relentless stress, chronic anxiety, and unresolved trauma can break its ability to cope effectively. Understanding this complexity, acknowledging the multifaceted nature of suicide, is the first crucial step toward fostering compassion, promoting understanding, and ultimately, enabling prevention. We must move beyond simplistic judgments, dismissive attitudes, and harmful stereotypes, and see suicide for what it truly is: a desperate plea for help from a mind in torment, a soul in anguish. People who die by suicide don't inherently want to end their lives, to cease to exist. They want to end their pain, to find relief from the unbearable suffering that consumes them. This crucial distinction shifts our perspective, fundamentally altering our approach, from blame and condemnation to empathy, understanding, and genuine concern. It urges us to seek out the underlying sources of pain, the root causes of the distress, and intervene early, offering support and resources before the pain becomes unbearable and the situation reaches a crisis point. Suicide is a serious public health crisis, a matter of life and death that demands our immediate attention, not a moral failing, a character flaw, or a sign of weakness. Our conversations must acknowledge the immense internal struggle, the silent battles fought within, often hidden behind a brave face, a facade of normalcy that masks profound suffering. The challenge is to break through the walls of isolation, to dismantle the barriers of stigma and offer hope, a tangible path toward healing, recovery, and a renewed sense of purpose. Only then can we truly help those in darkness, those struggling with suicidal thoughts, find another way, a different path, and a reason to keep going. The roots of suicide are complex, often intertwined and deeply embedded within a person's life experiences. It's rarely a single cause, but rather a confluence of factors that contribute to such a difficult decision. While the path to suicide is unique for each individual, certain risk factors are common threads that appear across many cases. Trauma, especially early life experiences like childhood abuse, neglect, or exposure to violence, can leave deep, lasting scars on the psyche, impacting emotional regulation and overall well-being. These scars can be difficult to heal without proper support. This makes it significantly harder to cope with everyday stress and navigate life's challenges. Mental health conditions, such as the pervasive sadness and hopelessness of depression, the extreme mood swings characteristic of bipolar disorder, and the distorted thinking often associated with schizophrenia, are all closely and significantly linked to an increased suicide risk. It's crucial to remember that these are not character flaws or signs of weakness, but serious illnesses affecting brain function that require professional medical treatment and compassionate care. Stressful life events, major disruptions and challenges, such as the profound grief of loss, the upheaval of divorce or separation, the burden of chronic illness, or overwhelming financial hardship, can push already vulnerable individuals closer to a crisis point. In the specific context of Nepal, intense academic and professional pressures, particularly felt by the youth, can significantly add to this burden. Furthermore, genetics and a family history of mental illness or suicide attempts also play a significant role, as do broader societal crises such as natural disasters, political instability, or economic downturns. All of these tangled factors, interwoven and interacting, create a complex and often overwhelming tapestry of risk. Recognizing these risk factors is absolutely essential, as it allows us to be more vigilant and proactive in providing timely and effective support to those who need it most. In Nepal, suicide is heavily stigmatized, seen as shameful or a moral failing. This stigma silences those who are suffering, making it hard to seek help. Families may hide the cause of death, and past laws criminalizing suicide have left a legacy of fear. Even with legal changes, the perception lingers, discouraging people from reaching out. Underreporting is common, especially in rural areas, making the crisis harder to address. Without accurate data, prevention efforts are hampered. Cultural factors like domestic violence and dowry pressures create additional distress, especially for women. The expectation to endure hardship in silence compounds the risk. Addressing suicide in Nepal requires challenging these harmful norms and fostering open dialogue. Suicide prevention is a collective responsibility. Families are the first to notice changes and can create safe spaces for open conversation. Communities must look out for one another. Simple acts of kindness can make a difference. Schools and workplaces should promote mental well-being and provide resources. The government must invest in accessible mental health services and lead public awareness campaigns. Integrating mental health care into primary health systems is vital. When every level of society works together, hope can thrive and lives can be saved. Effective prevention combines awareness, support, and accessible services. Open, compassionate conversations about suicide are crucial. Asking directly can be a relief, not a risk. Training community members to recognize warning signs and respond empathetically saves lives. Crisis hotlines staffed by trained professionals must be available and well publicized. Expanding access to mental health care, especially in rural Nepal, is essential. Reducing financial barriers and integrating mental health into routine care encourages more people to seek help. Awareness campaigns can shift public attitudes and share stories of hope and recovery. Together, these strategies build a more compassionate, informed society. Teaching resilience and stress management is vital, especially for young people. Schools can integrate life skills education, focusing on problem solving and emotional regulation. Practical techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, and regular physical activity help manage stress. Developing healthy coping mechanisms, talking to someone, engaging in hobbies or journaling, builds resilience. For youth facing academic and social pressures, these skills are crucial. Educational programs that foster a growth mindset and self-esteem prepare individuals to handle setbacks. Investing in emotional education prevents suicide and builds a healthier generation. Resilient individuals are better equipped to face life's challenges without losing hope. The fight against suicide, a deeply complex and challenging issue, is a fight for hope, resilience, and unwavering connection. It's about fostering a sense of belonging and shared humanity. Each of us, regardless of background or experience, can make a profound difference by choosing understanding and empathy over judgment and preconceived notions. It's about offering unwavering support, a listening ear, and a safe space for those in need. Challenging stigma and actively creating circles of care, support, and understanding in our communities is absolutely essential to fostering a culture of help-seeking. Compassion breaks the chains of isolation and powerfully reminds people that they are not alone in their struggles. Action means taking proactive steps, like learning the warning signs of suicide, asking the tough questions with empathy and concern, and actively supporting mental health initiatives within our communities. Even seemingly small gestures, checking in on a friend who seems down, advocating for better mental health care access and resources, truly matter in the grand scheme of things. Sharing powerful stories of recovery shows others that even the deepest pain is temporary and surmountable, and that effective help is indeed available. Let's work together to build a Nepal where seeking help for mental health is seen as a sign of strength and resilience, and where every single life is valued and cherished. Suicide is preventable through unwavering compassion, decisive action, and enduring hope. Together, we can save lives and create a brighter future for all. Together, we can turn the darkest despair into a future filled with hope, healing, and light for everyone.